Hello everybody and welcome back to another My Porch Prints tutorials. First off, I want to extend a warm welcome to all of the new subscribers we have who have recently joined our crafty family, so welcome, welcome, welcome. And of course to those who have been around for a long time, welcome back. We are going to be doing a fun project today where we decorate pockets. So I've already got an array of pockets here from various kits. All of these kits will be linked down in the description box below if you are interested in checking those out. But I just went ahead and picked out a bunch of the pockets that come with our kits and just going to use them to be working today. As well as this snippet roll. This is from a recent project. We do have a video tutorial as well as a kit for making this snippet roll, so I will have that linked down below as well, and we will be using some of these snippets to decorate our pockets today. Now, of course, your pockets don't have to look exactly like these. You can use any pockets that you have on hand. You can make your own. I'm just using all of these to sort of standardize my decorating today. And also because I just had a lot of these left over from recent kits that we printed out for like the What's in Our Kits videos that we do. So if you have leftover pockets from various kits or you want to just print some out, you can always do that or make your own. It's totally up to you. I'm just going to go ahead and pick a selection here to work with today, so just grabbing about 6 of them to start. And then I'm going to set the rest aside for future videos. I will be doing a series of pockets, so this is part 1 of 3. And for today's pockets, we're going to start by taking 2 different distress inks. This one is Victorian Velvet and the other one is Vintage Photo. And I'm going to separate my 6 pockets into piles of 3, with 3 of them being pink and 3 of them being brown for the distress ink on the outside edges. And when I'm done, they should look something like this. Alright, and now I'm going to be picking out some different ribbons that I'm going to be using today. I'm just going to show you a selection of the ones I have. I believe most of these are from Walmart. A few of them are from Hobby Lobby and Michael's, but you can use any ribbon or beading or whatever that you have on hand to decorate. And I'm also going to be using that snippet roll that I mentioned earlier that is from our previous video, and I'm just going to tear or cut 3 different pieces from it to use on 3 of my pockets here like this. Just sort of figuring out which pockets I want to use them on. And then I went ahead and sort of pre-decorated everything like that I wanted to use to save time, so I'm going to walk you through that. So for this first pocket, I made like a little ribbon band and then added this little bow. I have a link for these bows in the description box, so check that out if you're interested. And then the second pocket has a piece from the snippet roll as well as some of these little faux roses that I'm just going to sort of add behind it here like this. This third one, I'm just using the snippet roll piece. And then for this pocket, I have this small paper scrap as well as 3 buttons and this little twine ribbon that I made just by tying the twine into a bow. And then this pocket, again, just taking a small piece of that snippet roll and using that on its own since it's already very decorative. And then this third pocket, I'm taking this fussy cut butterfly and I'm just folding it in half to give it a little bit of dimension. And I also have a scrap with a little label and a miniature paper clip that I just sort of paper clipped these together. I found them in my fussy cut pile. And then I also have this like fabric flower. Now I don't think we have a link for these. If we do, I will try to include that, but they might not sell these anymore. So just any sort of decorative piece, a button, a flower, a fussy cut, anything you want could go up there. And now I'm just going to be taking Fabri-Tac glue and gluing these pieces down, starting with this first pocket here. Just gluing that bow in place. And then I'm going to be adding a little bit of ribbon to the back here towards the top so that you can sort of see it poking out over the top of the pocket, sort of see it through that little cutout section. So just trimming it up to fit like this. And then for this next pocket, I'm going to add some of a different lace to the bottom of the front of the pocket, just making it a little bit decorative here. You can add the lace anywhere you want or not at all. It's entirely optional. This is just what I'm doing. And then just again trimming things up so that they look nice. And I'm also adding a small piece of lace to the back. Just again adding more decoration here, just like this. And then I decided to add a little bit of sewing to this outside edge and go along that little scrap piece with some pink distress ink so that it stands out. And this is not my best sewing. In fact, it may be some of the worst. I was really struggling going around this curved edge. So yeah, it is what it is, but that's okay. You'll never get better if you don't try, you know? So just went ahead and tied a little bow in the corner with the leftover thread, and I'm just gonna keep working with it. We're gonna say that it has handmade charm. That's what we're gonna call that. So just go ahead and glue all those little pieces down like this. And that's going to finish up that little pocket there. All right, for this next one, I'm going to just glue down my little snippet piece right in the center here like this. And then I'm going to be taking some of this like bead, is it bead ribbon? I'm not sure what to call this. And I'm going to just add this along the border, and I didn't quite like how it looked on my first try, so instead I decided to reuse those pieces and make it sort of like a little handle, like a purse kind of. And I actually think this turned out pretty cute. Just put a little bit of ribbon on the back and there you go. All right, now for this pocket up here, again, just sort of gluing that little scrap piece in place, and I just glued it over the roses to hold them down, and then added a little bit of lace sticking out of the bottom of the pocket like this. And then for this one, I'm just going to use a clip to hold the little snippet on, so I don't need to glue at all, just clipping it on like that. Nice and decorative. And for the final pocket, again, just sort of gluing everything in place. Doesn't have to be complicated to make really pretty decorative looking pockets here. Just having fun with it. And now I'm going to be adding these to a journal that I made recently, this stained glass journal. So if you haven't seen that tutorial, make sure to check that out if you are interested in that. But I haven't done any decorating, so I'm going to go ahead and add the pockets to some of the blank pages in this journal. So starting with this first pocket, I'm just going to find a pretty page that I think it would go well with and glue it down, adding glue to the sides and bottom. And then just fill it up with some random ephemera pieces that I had on hand from various kits. And there you go, that is the first pocket finished, added to the journal. I think it looks really nice on this page, kind of goes well with these papers. And then if you want to, you can make things a little more, you know, complex by adding several pockets on top of one another in like a layered fashion. So I'm just going to take two of my blank pockets that I had and go over them with some distress ink in some pink and purple colors, and then add a few of these little brads to the top of the pockets, just like this, for decoration. And then I'm going to glue those down in like a layer, one on top of each other. So just adding glue to the sides and the bottom and then layering them up. I didn't measure, I just sort of eyeballed where I thought they would look good. And then filled them up with some fussy cut roses and this little tag that I made real fast using the Mother's Day kit, and then a little bit of ribbon on the bottom. And then, you know, if you want to, you don't have to put your pockets right in the middle of your page. You can put them down in the corner like this. And when I'm decorating, I try to kind of match my colors up. So like, you know, if there's blue on one page, I'll use a blue pocket, or if there's, you know, pink on one page, I'll use a pink pocket, something like that. And if you want to, you can also add these pockets to these large tags that come with the kit. That's actually what they're meant for. They're meant to go on top of these tags like this. And then you can glue this down to the page, or if you want to, you could use like a paper clip to secure it, and that way the pocket is able to be removed from the page. So, you know, keeping things pretty simple, whatever you want to do, you can get as creative as you want. You can add labels, different ephemera pieces, different fussy cuts, things like that. You know, it's just about being creative and having some fun with it. Alright, so that is going to finish part 1 of the pocket decorating tutorials. I hope you got some inspiration and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye!